Good morning. Yes, Greg de Blieck, that was a good effort. There's no I in Greg, just like my high school coach told me, Greg, there's no you in team. Okay, sorry, right, okay. I'm actually here to stop you from getting your lunch, but I will try and keep this to 10 minutes. I want to speak directly to people who are here today who are wary about getting into politics, who, like me, feel a little bit worried about the vitriol and the anger that you face when you actually enter into politics on these kind of battleground areas that we've been talking about this morning. Maybe you feel ill-equipped, or you don't have the quick wit, or you don't have the thick skin. You're not a happy warrior like our glorious leader, Richard Lucas there. But I want to encourage you this morning with what I'm going to be talking about. So I'm Greg de Blieck. I'm a musician, I'm a songwriter, and I write hymns for the church. That is the career that I've chosen. And the reason that I do that is because I'm really passionate about communication and about truth, and communicating truth is why I chose that as my career. And that is what I want, is just to focus on these kind of concepts for the next 5 or 10 minutes. And the reason that I want us to do that is so that we can kind of uncloud our motivation and really connect in to what our motive is for doing what it is we are doing in the Scottish Family Party. I would hope that we could grow in courage as we address some of these issues and start really being a force in Scottish politics. So first of all, let's think about truth and some observations that I have about truth. Truth is a substantial and solid force, and truth helps people as well. And when truth is missing in a society, people suffer as a result. So people in Scotland are suffering right now because they are believing things that are not true. And when things are untrue, they promise good things, they promise happiness, but they just can't deliver it. But when people believe in things that are true, then they flourish. So how does truth help? You know, Scottish Family Party is very strong on education, and education is about disseminating truth. You know, it's kind of fundamental level, because the more truth you have and you give to your children, the better equipped they are, and that's true. But truth is more than just education. And the more truth you have, the more clearly you see. It helps you to prioritise what's important. And that's a real challenge in politics, I think, knowing which are the issues, which are the hills that we're going to die on, which are the issues that are more important than all the others. Truth, when you have access to it, makes you better at spending your time and your resources wisely. It helps you to calculate risk as well when you know truth. And it helps you to identify lies and falsehood and avoid them and the pitfalls. It helps you identify those rotten beams in your house that are going to cause the whole structure to fall whenever a wind blows. So what I want to encourage us to do is have truth and the pursuit of truth as our kind of central maxim, and hold it sacred, because it will benefit us and it will help us stand out, I think, in Scottish politics as well, if we have this attitude towards truth. So the goal isn't to be elected and to have power and influence even. It's not, the goal isn't winning, it is to be in a position to communicate truth. And the great thing is we don't have to be in power in order to do that. So what we're doing just now, even though we don't have a lot of a voice in the Scottish Parliament just yet, we have the ability in various channels to communicate truth. So this morning has been great. We've had a lot of facts and reasoned arguments, which are truths that we can take note of and that we can share. We can go out into our communities and we can share just some of these facts and disseminate the truth. You will get a chance to do that, and doing that will help people. And one great thing that I was reflecting on about truth, a great thing about truth is it doesn't diminish in the sharing. When you have truth, you benefit from it. But when you give it away, you still benefit from it, and the other person does as well. So it's better than Bitcoin, as an investment. It's more stable in our economy. But if you look at social media, if you look at the media generally, it's quite discouraging. And you see the wrong attitudes, you see the lies that people believe, and you think, whoa, I'm not going to get involved in this. This is not my circus, not my monkeys. No thanks. You think, how am I ever going to change people like that? But the great thing is, you don't have to change people. All you need to do is give them the truth, and the truth will do the work of changing people. Okay? So even if it's a small nugget of truth, it can be a pebble in someone's shoe. So I would encourage you to have a high value on truth. Now, communication is the next thing. I know that you're probably thinking, okay, yes, we believe that truth is a good thing. We've been taught that. But let's think about it in terms of we can really help people with truth. It's not just about not being caught out being a liar. It's about actually using this as a tool to help people. Communication does matter. And truth has value whenever it's shared. But the way that communication works is you can impede and undermine the truth. You have a capacity to do that very easily. And the way I look at communication is the role of communication is to let truth shine and let people see the truth for what it is and just get out of its way. So you can learn skills like rhetoric and things like that. You can learn all the debating tactics. You can learn about how attention works and things like that, and you can use these techniques, but you don't use rhetorical techniques in order to distort the truth. Some people use rhetoric in order to take something small and make it seem bigger and more important than it is, but we should be aiming higher than that. So rhetoric is just a way to try and keep people's attention. One thing that I would say about communication, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because obviously the food's coming out and we can probably smell it by now as well, but as we are thinking about our communication and the way that we communicate with our communities around us is to check your own motive. Now, it's very easy to use truth as a cudgel, to bludgeon people into submission. It's very easy to work the facts in order to get more likes on your comment in the comment section under a YouTube video or whatever it is, where you like to do that. But it's always good whenever you're sharing the truth to ask, why am I doing this? Is it because I want to benefit other people, or is it because I want to vindicate myself? So that is a kind of challenge whenever you're handling the truth, and I think it's something we should be thinking about. So if you are moved by the misery that is caused by lies and ignorance in this culture in Scotland today, and if you're worried about the angry people that you're going to meet and the vitriol and the hatred and the threats, it's going to happen. It is going to happen, but we should do it anyway. We should go out and communicate truth anyway, because we are trying to make this into a better country. So I want to encourage you this afternoon, because bravery is infectious, and we should encourage one another to go out there, learn, understand, get the facts, and learn to communicate better, and we should go out and speak the truth in love. So thanks very much.